Hello again. So, as I mentioned in another video, or at least in the comments section, I mentioned wanting to get into weightlifting. So I've been really curious about kettlebells for a while, and for those of you not familiar with kettlebells, it's a weight of Russian origin that's essentially a cannonball with a handle on top. So I finally went ahead and I bought one along with a book. And the first thing I did, which is something that is really a really good idea when you're getting into anything you're not familiar with, is to do tons and tons of research. Because one of the things I learned in my research is that because kettlebells have been getting popular, everybody and their dog wants to get in on the action, so there's a crap ton of them on the market, and apparently most of them suck. Like, in a lot of the forums and such I was looking at, people were always saying that you should just stay away from the ones they have, at the sporting goods stores. And, there's the saying, you get what you pay for, so apparently cheap kettlebells are just not worth getting. So, you want to get something good. So I ended up picking up a kettlebell from Kettlebells USA. Let me show you the kettlebell in question. So I picked up this one. Based on my research, this appears to be a good brand. Now apparently the top of the line brand is the Dragon Door brand, but they're really expensive. For an 8-kilogram kettlebell, they wanted $65 plus $20 for shipping. This one, they had it on sale for $47 with free shipping. And with the tax, it was like 51 something, so not a bad deal. Now, some people might be thinking that, that I just spend a lot of money for that. And yeah, it's not a small chunk of money, but, this thing is made out of, solid cast iron, so it should last quite some time. And from what I've been seeing, it's a really versatile, piece of equipment. There's just a ton of exercise you can do with it. So it should be good. And yeah, if you're going to get into kettlebells, just make sure that you do a ton of research, before you just go out and buy something. And so I'm hoping that what I got is good, but from what I've read, this is a good brand, and from what I've read, the 8 kilograms is a good starting weight for women, and I decided to go for the lower weight, that's recommended for women, because I've noticed that being on the estrogen and testosterone blockers, I've noticed my strength has gotten a little weaker, so I figure I'll start with the lighter weight and go with that, and then once I've used that for a while, and then I can always, get something heavier. And when it comes to stuff like this, it seems to me like it's a good idea to start with something just maybe a little bit lighter anyway, because you want to make sure that you do all the exercises correctly so you don't hurt yourself. And so if you have a lighter weight, that might make it a little easier, to get the correct form down. Now, speaking of exercises, that's where, you also need to be careful, because, you want to make sure that you know what you're doing and that you're doing it correctly. And, of course, an instructor is always good if you can find one and you can afford it. But apparently, there's a similar problem with instructors as with the bells themselves, in that because they've become so popular, instructors are a dime a dozen, and there are good ones and there are not so good ones. So what I've decided to do, I decided to just get a book, and then I'm just going to use, look at YouTube videos and whatever, and just make sure to look at a bunch of different YouTube videos and whatever to make sure that I know how to do the technique correctly, and just do it nice and slow, and making sure that I don't hurt myself. The book I ended up picking up is this one, Kettlebells for Women. This one has a lot of really great reviews. And apparently the title is more just for marketing purposes, because the exercises are suitable for anyone. but it does seem to be, it's got a lot of great reviews, and I was looking at this lady's some info this lady put out, and so she seems to know her stuff, and so I ended up getting the Kindle version. And one of the complaints people had was the formatting of the book is a little funky on the Kindle version, and yeah, it is kind of funky, but I decided to go with the Kindle version because I figured, that way I could get, it's a little cheaper and I could get it immediately. So I've got that on my tablet, so I've got that to refer to. So my plan is to, basically follow, what she's got in her book, but for a given exercise, I'm going to look it up on YouTube so I can see videos of the exercise done, and look at videos from different people so I could see different people doing the exercise. And just based upon watching a bunch of different videos, that should give me a reasonably good idea of how to do the exercise correctly. And then I'll just make sure to keep doing the exercise until I really get the form down and can do it safely. And so I'm hoping all of this is worth the money I've spent on it, but it looks really excellent, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than the route I was planning on going, which is going to the gym. And unfortunately, gyms can be a problem for trans people because there's the issue of the locker rooms. And at the gym I was thinking of going to, they didn't have locker rooms. They have individual single occupancy bathrooms with showers, so that eliminated that issue. But one of the other issues that I was running into is the actual workout clothes, because I didn't want to have to deal with somebody seeing a bulge in my crotch and making an issue of it. So if I'm just working out at home, that's not going to be an issue. And I had actually purchased some workout clothes. I actually purchased a workout skirt, a running skirt or whatever, workout skirt, and unfortunately it was a little too big, so I'm going to be returning it. But at least now I don't have to worry about having, fancy workout clothes. I can just work out in any old pair of shorts or whatever. So yeah, this should hopefully be good, and hopefully I will actually be able to bring myself to actually, work out, and I'm hoping to get good results. And one of my plans with all of this is to go ahead and just try to do a vegan diet as best I can. That's kind of what I've been doing anyway, but I have, not been perfect. And one of the reasons, honestly, I want to do this with a completely, vegan diet is just to prove a point, I think it'd be pretty cool if I, got lean and muscular and did it entirely vegan, just to prove a point that you don't need to eat animal products to be able to get fit. Because a lot of people, one of the questions they'll ask vegans is, where do you get your protein? And, well, anybody who knows anything about vegan diets knows that, getting protein on a vegan diet is not an issue. But yeah, although I don't necessarily think vegan diets are the best idea long term, I am definitely going to do this to prove a point, and then, once I've proven my point, I will probably be adding a little meat back into my diet. But that'd probably be it. And so yeah, I guess that's about it. And I will definitely post some more videos once the kettlebell comes in and I've gotten a chance to try it out. And I may also be posting videos of me actually using it, so people can see that. And yeah, if anybody has any experience with kettlebells, then yeah, please leave a comment and let me know what you think. Because from what I've seen, they're just, they look like really fantastic tools. Oh, and one of the things that led me to kettlebells is I really like the fact that there's a lot of exercise that can be done with a single bell. So that's really nice, as opposed to things like dumbbells where you need to use them in pairs. So it's nice that I could have just the one piece of equipment, and then I can just use that until I've gained enough, strength and whatever to warrant getting the next heaviest one. And I get the impression that even if I can, even if I can go up in weight, the lighter weight one would still have its uses, because I imagine that there are different exercises you could do to make things more challenging, or just do existing exercises with a slight variation. So it sounds like, I'll be able to get a lot of use out of this particular bell, even if I end up getting something heavier in the future. So it'll hopefully be all good. So yeah, please go ahead and leave a comment, and go ahead and give me a like if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want. That'd be cool. And yeah, I guess that'll do it for now, and I will see you later.